tí mo wà ní bí ọmọ ọdún kan wọ́n sì wá mú mi ní ojú tó kó gbogbo ẹran ara mi báyìí ojú méjèèjì ara mi báyìí tí wọ́n ti wọ̀ fún mi a mọ̀ sí mọ́ aṣọ tó pé ìgbà náà tó pé tí wọ́n bá ti wọ́n wá yá wọ́n sàn gbé mi lọ sọ́sítù wọ́n tètè mi ìgbà tí jáde mo tètè rí ìyàtọ̀ wọ́n wá ní kí mẹ́rin lọ jù mí sí inú odò ọmọ mi pọ̀ fún borí odò.
And I had a disability at the age of 14 years, which subsequently resulted into paralysis of my lower limbs. And today I use a wheelchair, but I have been a success story altogether.
Place your hands in mine. I'll be your hope, your light. I'll make you shine, shine, 'cause you're a star.
There are approximately 19 million Nigerians living with different kinds of disabilities out of about a population of 140 million. The literacy rates of such special needs people in Nigeria are significantly lower than among the general population from both men and women. Unlike many other countries, Nigeria has no national coordinating committee for disability issues. Instead, disability issues are looked into through the Ministry for Women's Affairs and Social Development. Nigeria is ranked 159th out of 177 countries on the United Nations Human Development Index. While the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria at present moves to review the 1999 Constitution of the country, the issue of about 19 million Nigerians living with disabilities is being left out of the review. Also, there is no single law in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that protects special needs people.
My name is Jumoke Bamdeni. I'm not born like this. I am 12 years old. I got a fever during 7 years old. That's when I come blind.
When I was when I was not blind, I want to do junior WAEC. They give me the question paper. They say we should start to work, and I don't see the question again. The thing that caused my blind is sick. When I sick, if I sleep like this, I'm not seeing one hand. They will be putting me in my eyes.
Àtùgbà náà tí ojú mi ti wá ṣe kínní tí ti wá sọ fún dáàdì mi ò sì fojú rí wọn sọ pé àwọn ò lè fojú rí mi kódà àwọn ò yọjú sí mi dòní lónìí ó sì jẹ́ mi.
I'm not happy because of my condition, because sometimes when I'm at home they will fetch water, and then when I want to use the water for something or maybe bathing or washing, they be abusing me with that. Can I fetch it? That's why I'm using it. Then I will be crying. That's why I don't like them, because of me abusing me, blasting me because of not being fetching of water, and they causing me. That's why I don't like it.
They now take me to hospital and do operation for me. Then they do operation for me, and I sit in the home for 2 years. Somebody now take me to Immanuel school, and I started in baby class.
Phoebe Akinade is 16. She acquired deafness due to a fever when she was in primary 6. She desired those years when she could both hear and speak. She hopes she will be able to hear and speak again. Olumide, however, loves communicating with sign language. He feels no regret for his inability to speak. After school, he does some barbering job through which he sustains himself.
àwọn rántí pé nígbà tí àwọn ọmọ yìí pé oṣù mẹ́ta láti bí wọn wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣàìsàn oríṣiríṣi léyìí tó yẹ pé a gbé wọn káàkiri gbogbo hospital tí a bí wọn sí àti hospital ìjọba nígbà tó sápẹ́ tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní gbádùn díẹ̀ táwọn ọmọ yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dàgbà a discover pé wọn ò yẹ kí wọ́n ti máa sọ bàbá kan ti máa pè wọn ò lè sọ kankan a gbé wọn sí hospital wa complain wọ́n ṣe àwọn test kan fún wa àwọn méjèèjì ibẹ̀ láti wá discover pé wọ́n ní problem etí bí wọ́n ṣe ń gbọ́ ó kéré gan pé tí wọn ò bá lo hearing aid wọn lè sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà yẹn owó tí kíní yẹn dẹ̀ máa ná wa ńgbà náà ó ń lọ bí 600,000 kò dẹ̀ ságbára gbogbo owó tá a ní láti jà ìwọ̀n mọ́tò tí mò ń lò mo tà nítorí àìsàn yìí tó yẹ pé kò sí nǹkan kan mọ́ nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ṣẹlẹ̀ ó kọ́ bá mi lọ́kàn jẹ́ púpọ̀ jù torí pé àwọn méjèèjì ni wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ nígbà tí yóò ságbára láti ra kíní yẹn kò sí nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe àkàngbà fọlọ́run náà lábẹ́ ń kó wọn wá bí.
Many children living with disabilities live in pathetic conditions, some of them abandoned by their parents, not properly catered for, or left with their grandparents. One of such kids is Wasiu Oyewale of Omoyeni School for the Handicapped Children in Ibadan. Wasiu, an orphan, now lives under the care of Omoyeni School. He said he was born blind.
I am the class teacher of Mohammed Adamu. This boy is a brilliant boy. He's from the north. He's an Hausa boy. He was born with what we call small head. That's Mongolism. I will say it's an abandoned child because when he was born, the parents don't want to take care of him. They abandoned him to the grandfather. The father has been the one taking care of this boy. The parents do not bother at all because they don't want the type of a child. He's deaf. But we discovered that this boy in the class is very brilliant, very sharp, especially in English, in mathematics. He's doing very well.
My mommy is totally blind. I cannot see anything, and she don't do any work. My daddy is doing bricklayer, and it's one day, maybe 2 days in the week. The thing that don't make me happy is that I don't see the person that will be sponsor me or in the school or and everything I need.
Ayo was abandoned by his mother when he was a baby at the UCH. He has multiple disabilities, paraplegic of the upper and lower limbs. Ayo cannot produce any language or speech. His parents probably saw him as a burden that must be discarded. Ayo is currently at the Oluyole Cheshire home. Some people with special needs have been able to tower above their challenges. One of such persons is Mrs. Joke Alunge, who works in the University College Hospital as a peer counselor.
I went back to school 5 years after the incidence of this disability. So I wasted a lot of time on studies in between because my mother was taking me from one church to another church. And by the time I went to school again, was the year I was supposed to graduate from the secondary school, and that was the year I started all over again. But my life history and the power of God working in my life has made me to understand that it may be late, it may be slow, but it is achievable. And I had admission to the University of Ibadan in 1988, where I studied special education and English. And it was a very tough time for me because I had to receive lectures on the topmost of a 2-story building. I lived in Queen's Hall all the time I was in the University of Ibadan. And I was in America for 2 years for another master's degree. And I graduated from the University of Denver in year 2006. I was given another award in the UK as a woman of influence. So altogether, I am grateful to my mother, I am grateful to my husband, I am grateful to my wonderful children who God has made part of my life.
People with special needs in our society face a lot of challenges, which range from sexual molestation to neglect.
And there are some of these challenges that the students with hearing impaired they face in the society. They're enormous. And there are factors that led to some of this. We've seen cases of broken homes. I mean, students from broken homes. And I've seen some students that they are not well taken care of in terms of showing them love, the lack of good parental care, the lack of socio-economic amenities or abilities on the part of the parents or their guardians to adequately cater or fend for them. There's some of these wicked ones, I mean, taking an advantage of the lack of money. I mean, use them for that, I mean, different things, different purposes, either to molest them sexually. It's a problem. And some additional the challenges they face already by their handicapping conditions is there. These are factors that have contributed to them being falling victims of sexual molestation. It's very rampant. Can't be counting now.
There is this discrimination, there is exploitation in various forms.